Imagine waking up and finding that the cryptocurrency you've been holding on to, maybe even betting your savings on, has suddenly lost another zero. Not in a good way, but the dreaded way. A whole decimal place vanishing from your portfolio's total value. For millions of crypto investors locked in the roller coaster of meme coins, that nightmare feels closer than ever. Shiba Inu, once hailed as the Dogecoin killer and beloved by a cult-like following, is now teetering on the edge of a cliff. Its price charts are bleeding red. The last lines of support are buckling. Is this the end of Shiba's wild story? Or just another dip before a miraculous comeback? The stakes are higher than ever. As retail traders brace for impact and whales circle the waters, the entire crypto market watches with morbid fascination. But before we rush to judgment, and before you even consider selling your SHIB or doubling down, let's unpack what's really happening, what's at risk, and what this chaos reveals about the future of money and speculation itself. To understand today's drama, we need to rewind. The world of cryptocurrencies is built on volatility, hype, technical innovation, and sometimes pure meme magic. While Bitcoin and Ethereum have tried to establish themselves as the pillars of decentralized finance, it's meme coins like Shiba Inu that have stolen the spotlight, seducing the masses with the promise of overnight riches. Shiba Inu was launched in August 2020 as little more than a joke, a playful nod to the original meme coin, Dogecoin. But it struck a chord. Thanks to a perfect storm of viral marketing, social media influencers, and a wave of retail investors eager to get in early, SHIB exploded into the global top 20 coins within a year. For a time, it even turned a handful of lucky buyers into millionaires. But with fame comes scrutiny. Unlike Bitcoin, which is celebrated for its limited supply and robust security, or Ethereum, which powers a dazzling array of decentralized apps, Shiba Inu offers, well, mainly its meme status. Its tokenomics are engineered for abundance. There are nearly 600 trillion SHIB in circulation. Long-term sustainability was never the point. It was about community, speculation, and hype. Still, the Shiba Inu ecosystem didn't stop at memes. Ambitious developers rolled out projects like Shiba Swap, a decentralized exchange, NFTs themed around the Shiba brand, and more recently, the much-hyped Shibarium, a Layer 2 blockchain designed to give SHIB real-world utility and lower transaction fees. These moves were efforts to turn a joke into a lasting financial ecosystem. For a while, it worked. Waves of new investors poured in, and the market cap soared. But now, the warning lights are flashing. As of today, Shiba Inu is trading at a frail $0.133, down about 4% just in the last 24 hours. The price has broken below its 50-day exponential moving average, a technical line that, for months, acted like a floor beneath SHIB's spiraling price. With this breach, technical analysts are sounding the alarm. The next support lies much lower, in the $0.00120.009 range. If SHIB tumbles that far, another zero would be added to the price, a psychological blow that could devastate retail sentiment and trigger a cascade of panic selling. Volume profiles look bleak. Selling pressure is mounting, and the relative strength index, RSI, is drifting ever lower. What was once a hopeful crowd of bargain hunters now feels like a community on edge, anxiously watching every new red candle on the price chart. In the words of one analyst, Shiba Inu thrives on speculation and hype. When that fades, even loyal holders start to question their faith. Let's put this in perspective. The meme coin market is notoriously volatile, but what's happening to SHIB isn't just a single token problem. It's a symptom of deeper forces at play. As social media hype wanes, and as more sophisticated competitors, offering genuine utility or improved technology, enter the space, meme coins are facing an existential crisis. And nowhere is this pressure more acute than in SHIB's recent chart performance. The technical breakdown is only one side of the story, though. While SHIB stares into the abyss, the two pillars of crypto, Bitcoin and Ethereum, are writing their own chapters. And, interestingly, they could each hold clues for Shiba Inu's fate. Bitcoin, often called digital gold, has survived countless death predictions over its decade-plus existence. After reaching new local highs around $110,000, it's experienced a typical pullback. The price recently tested the 26-day EMA, a technical level traders use to spot reversals. Despite the dip, a promising long-tailed doji daily candle appeared, suggesting significant buying pressure is returning. Many see this as the market catching its breath and possibly prepping for another leg up. Ali Martinez, a respected crypto strategist, puts it simply: Bitcoin is now targeting the $110,000 level and potentially higher. There's no sense of panic among Bitcoin holders. The long-term macro trends, such as institutional adoption, global de-dollarization, and growing distrust in fiat currencies, remain intact. Adam, an independent market analyst, says, the primary driver for Bitcoin's upside is not just institutional ETF flows, but broader macroeconomic shifts. Ethereum is a different story. Often called the world's decentralized computer, ETH has become ground zero for experimentation in blockchain scalability. But right now, the market is unsure. Ethereum is stuck in a narrow, slowly ascending channel, trading around $2,690, with resistance at $2,850 and support at $20,500. Volume is slipping, signaling trader indecision. Noam Hurwitz of Alchemy, a leading blockchain developer platform, summarizes the tension. Ether's success depends on base layer scalability, including further improvements in the roll-up mechanism and ultimately a more seamless user experience. If ETH breaks below its channel, a quick slip toward $2,400 or even $2,100 is possible. But if it breaks resistance, the rally could resume. Either way, Ethereum's path is defined by innovation, not memes. Yet some argue that as Ethereum battles scalability headwinds, chains like Solana are gaining market share. It's a reminder that crypto rewards not just speculation, but technical progress. Back to Shiba Inu, the contrast is stark. SHIB's story is dominated by speculation and hype cycles. Technical analysis points to further declines. The chance of seeing $0.0009, a level not visited in years, increases daily if SHIB fails to recover the 50 EMA and push back above $0.145, $0.150. Adding another zero could be the last straw for many retail holders. As one crypto quant analyst, Ibrahim Kozer, puts it, double bottoms are where the market says, we've sold enough. But what if there's still more pain ahead? The situation is eerily tense. With liquidity draining and optimism waning, even brief price recoveries look like tiny reprieves, not the start of a new bull run. This has led many to question, what can actually rescue Shiba Inu from the chopping block? Is it destined for a death spiral, or is there a secret weapon waiting in the wings? Some cling to the hope of ecosystem-driven resurgence. Developers are hard at work on Shibarium, and there's talk of new use cases, like integrating with DeFi platforms or facilitating payments for real-world goods. According to a bullish forecast by Changelli, Shiba Inu could breach the 1 cent mark in 2050 and trade at $0.01. But 2050 is a long way off, and the path from meme to mainstream is littered with failed coins and broken promises. Even short-term forecasts aren't much kinder. CoinCodex.com predicts that by 2030, SHIB's price could range between $0.4156x and $0.5261, several multiples above today's level, but still a far cry from the dreams of early investors. And while some technical analysts see potential explosive growth in the next major bull run, others warn that the very reliance on speculation leaves SHIB dangerously exposed to sudden corrections and regulatory threats. Meanwhile, emerging meme coins like Snorter, Snort, and Trump Coin, Trump, are attracting the next wave of speculative capital, suggesting that while SHIB stumbles, there are always new meme projects waiting to claim its throne. The meme coin market never sleeps, and investor attention is a fickle, hungry beast. Of course, nothing in crypto ever happens in isolation. Regulators are circling, worried about the impact of highly volatile coins on retail investors. Institutional money, which once ignored meme coins entirely, is starting to show a cautious curiosity, but only if these tokens prove they can outgrow their meme roots and offer genuine utility. The next 6 to 12 months could determine not just SHIB's future, but the fate of all meme coins. Looking ahead, experts outline 3 possible scenarios for Shiba Inu. First, SHIB could enter freefall, driven by declining social media interest, lack of utility, and intensifying competition. This would make further price declines almost inevitable. Second, the SHIB community and developers could pull off an ecosystem-driven resurgence, leveraging Shibarium and new partnerships to regain market attention and create real value. Third, SHIB could stabilize at a low valuation, occasionally spiking on viral trends but never regaining its former glory, a risky but occasionally rewarding game for skilled speculators. So here's the question. As SHIB trades on the knife's edge, caught between fierce technical headwinds, shrinking liquidity, and the ever-present siren call of new meme projects, what, if anything, can spark its next act? Or is meme coin mania itself on the verge of extinction? In the second half of this video, we'll dissect the critical decisions, upcoming catalysts, and insider moves that could determine whether Shiba Inu pulls off a legendary rebound or becomes just another footnote in crypto history. So, with Shiba Inu teetering on the edge and the crypto world watching with bated breath, what does the future really hold for this meme coin phenomenon? Are we on the verge of witnessing a spectacular comeback fueled by groundbreaking ecosystem updates? Or is this the last gasp before a slow fade into obscurity? Let's dive deep into the potential futures, the risks, and yes, even the improbable opportunities that still linger beneath the surface. Picture this. The charts are a sea of red, sentiment on crypto Twitter is circling the drain, and some investors are gritting their teeth, bracing for Shiba Inu to add yet another zero to its price tag. At moments like these, it feels like the game is over. But the truth is, crypto history is riddled with stories of dramatic downtrends that are suddenly followed by equally dramatic revivals. Still, no one can deny the storm clouds looming over SHIB right now. Technical signals, from the breach of the 50 EMA to plunging RSI levels, are painting a bleak picture. For those who remember the last crypto winter, this has a chilling sense of déjà vu. But the real intrigue comes from the scenarios that could unfold in the months ahead. Let's break them down. First, we have the continued decline scenario. This is the one no SHIB investor wants to see materialize: waning social media buzz, a flood of competing meme coins siphoning off speculative capital, and no substantial progress on utility or adoption. Here, SHIB continues its downward slide, caught in a spiral of negativity. If regulators step up scrutiny on meme tokens, it could shrink access via major exchanges, making it even riskier for everyday traders. In this scenario, SHIB risks becoming a cautionary tale, a reminder of how quickly the tides can turn in crypto. But there's a second path, and it's the one that gives SHIB holders something to hold on to: ecosystem-driven resurgence. Yes, it's a long shot, but it's not impossible. Developers are hard at work on Shibarium, the custom Layer 2 solution that aims to reduce fees and turbocharge the meme coin's utility. The launch and actual adoption of DeFi projects, NFT integrations, or even real-world payment partnerships could spark new waves of investor enthusiasm. Imagine the headlines: Shiba Inu becomes accepted for real-world purchases, new all-time high in sight. Suddenly the narrative shifts, from joke token to ecosystem underdog. If history is any guide, crypto loves a comeback story. Just look at how Dogecoin, against all odds, bounced back from near irrelevance simply by capturing the cultural zeitgeist and landing strategic high-profile endorsements. Could Shiba Inu pull a similar trick? The opportunity is there, but it hinges on execution, timing, and perhaps a bit of good luck. As changily speculated, in an extreme bull run and a multi-decade timeline, SHIB could, even if just theoretically, reach the fabled 1 cent mark by 2050. It's a dream, not a forecast. But dreams have power in a market built on narratives. Let's not overlook a third, more nuanced possibility. SHIB holds stable at a low value, occasionally popping thanks to social media virality or coordinated trading. Here, fortunes can still be made, but only for those with the ironclad discipline to time the markets precisely. For most, it's a roller coaster best approached with caution. In this scenario, SHIB becomes less of a long-term investment and more of a speculative plaything, one that can deliver short-term thrills but rarely rewards loyalty. And yet, there's one factor that could flip the script for SHIB in ways no one expects: the broader macroeconomic landscape. As Adam, an independent analyst, points out, the primary driver behind Bitcoin's current upside is not just ETF inflows, but fundamental shifts in the global economic climate. If risk-on fever returns to equity and crypto markets, the speculative appetite for meme coins could surge once again, including, potentially, Shiba Inu. Swissblock Technologies reminds us, Bitcoin shows no signs of bearish divergence, as seen through the lens of a basket of network indicators. When Bitcoin runs, speculative assets often tag along for the ride. This is the wild card in SHIB's story. Of course, it's not all just doom and gloom, or pie-in-the-sky hope. There are practical, concrete lessons here for every investor. The story of Shiba Inu is a masterclass in market psychology, technical analysis, and the importance of sober risk management. One lesson rises above all: Never invest based solely on hype. The same social media machine that can send a meme coin to the moon can also turn mercilessly, draining liquidity and leaving latecomers stranded. If you are considering betting on SHIB or any meme coin, it's critical to do your due diligence. Look beyond the price charts. Who are the developers? Is there a real ecosystem being built, or is it all just talk? Are new partnerships or technological upgrades actually being shipped, or are they endlessly coming soon? Remember Noam Hurwitz's words, "Success depends on base layer scalability and ultimately a more seamless user experience." This holds true for all projects, meme coin or not. It's also vital to have a plan. Veteran traders set clear entry and exit points and stick to them. Don't chase pumps. Recognize when a rally is running on fumes. As CryptoQuant's Ibrahim Koser puts it, double bottoms are where the market says, "We've sold enough." Technical analysis matters just as much as sentiment. If you see SHIB consistently failing to reclaim critical EMAs on the daily chart, don't ignore the warning signs. At the same time, keep an eye on the broader landscape. Ethereum's struggles with scalability have opened the door for competitors like Solana, and new tokens, like Snorter and Trump Coin, are catching the market's attention. The point? In crypto, fortunes favor those who are nimble, adaptable, and always learning. Don't get married to any single project, no matter how viral it becomes. And what about regulation? This is the elephant in the room. If regulators tighten their grip on speculative tokens, access to SHIB could shrink overnight. That's a risk every meme coin holder needs to weigh. But there's also an opportunity. If Shiba Inu's team can work proactively with exchanges and demonstrate real-world use cases, they might stay ahead of the crackdown and survive, maybe even thrive, as a survivor of the meme coin craze. So, returning to our core question, can Shiba Inu recover through ecosystem growth, or is it doomed to fade away as a relic of meme coin mania? Here's the honest answer. Recovery is possible, but it demands real progress, relentless execution, and a bit of luck. The days of easy gains from speculative hype are fading fast in an environment where technicals and fundamentals are coming back into vogue. If Shiba Inu's developers can deliver on Shibarium, expand DeFi services, and secure meaningful partnerships, there is a path back, though one paved with hard work rather than viral tweets. On the flip side, if SHIB continues to rely solely on meme magic, the likely outcome is continued decline, punctuated by occasional rallies that fade just as quickly as they begin. For holders, the lesson is clear. Don't get complacent. The market rewards innovation and punishes stagnation. And here's a secret that few talk about. During every crypto cycle, new stars are born as others fade. Dogecoin, SHIB, Pepe, and now Snort and Trump. These tokens are less about technology and more about narrative. If you want to benefit from the next wave, study those narratives, watch for early signs of momentum, and act before the herd arrives. But always manage your risk. So, what should you do right now? If you're holding SHIB, keep a close eye on technical levels. $0 and $120 is critical support, while $0 and $145, $150 is the zone bulls need to reclaim. Watch developer updates, monitor social sentiment, and be ready to pivot if the story changes. And if you're new to meme coins, consider starting small, learning the ropes, and never risking more than you can afford to lose. Crypto is a game of cycles. Shiba Inu's fate hangs in the balance, but so does the next great opportunity. Stay curious, stay sharp, and above all, stay informed. If you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that move the crypto markets. Drop a comment. Are you holding SHIB, or have you moved on to the next big thing? And here's something you probably didn't know. In the last meme coin bull run, one address managed to turn just $8,000 into over $5 billion in unrealized gains by catching the SHIB wave at its earliest stage. Will history repeat itself? Only time will tell. For now, the choice is yours.